was most memorable?
It's hard because I have a few, but I'll say the most memorable one, we played on ESPN last year against the Lakers, and that's when I broke the single season record for most threes in the season for the Warriors, franchise record. I think that's probably the biggest just because it was on ESPN and it was against my home team, you know, the team I used to watch growing up, so I have to say that one, playing against the Lakers. The last person asked me what was the biggest change, you know, as far as me going from Miami to Golden State, and my answer I gave was, you know, me going out west was big, you know, just for me to go be closer to home and also playing on the team and having to play major minutes. You know, I think I was 5th in the league in minutes last year, and also having a big role on the team. You know, that changed my role. You know, each and every night they depended on me to bring them my 16 points, my 4 or 5 rebounds, and also defense. So that's probably the biggest change. You know, just having a bigger role and having to go out there each and every night and leave it out on the floor. So that's all I explained to the fans. Yeah, one of my followers asked me if I was friends with Shane Battier, and yes, me and Shane are friends. You know, being in the NBA, you know, guys are real close, and you know, so he's definitely a good friend of mine. And they also asked me what's the difference between our games. You know, that both of us playing small forward, and I just explained, you know, that I'm more of a you know, slasher, playmaker, you know, spot-up shooter. And Shane's, you know, he's known as, you know, spot-up shooter. He's also, you know, lockdown defender. You know, he's a guy that you would put on your best player on each and every team, and he locks down, you know, guys' best offensive players. So that's why, you know, we're different. So I say that. How did I feel about the Mavericks winning? And I just explained that, you know, the NBA Finals was definitely a great series this year. A lot of people didn't really expect for Dallas to win. And, you know, they got hot at the right time. And, you know, Dirk is one of the best players in the game. And I also gave a shout out to J Kidd, you know, for being a peak member and also bringing it home. Because, you know, he's been playing for 17 years and finally got a championship. So I think that was huge. He was hungry for it. Dirk also was hungry as well, you know. Back to 04 when I was with, no, 06 when I was with the Heat when we beat Dallas. So I know he didn't want to go through that again. So, you know, those guys left it all on the court, you know, that year. So for a lot this past season. So congrats to the Mavs. One of the followers asked me who was my favorite NBA player as of today, right now in the NBA. And I had to go with my boy D-Wade. You know, I just explained to him that, you know, he's a good friend of mine, you know, and also, you know, great player. And the things he does on the court is unreal. I put that in big caps, put a lot of love behind it. So, you know, I definitely have to go with him. And they also asked about us playing one-on-one. And I said, you know, me being in Miami for 6 years, we played a lot of one-on-one games. And I think the record is him 41 and I'm 42. I won 42 games, he only won 41. And I asked the followers not to show him that because he might get mad. But it's all fun and games.
So how many followers does Dorell Wright have in China?
330,000.
Oh, 300,000 followers. I'm doing big things over here, baby. I'm moving here. People love me here, so I'm come here. And I only have 30,000 in America. We need to step it up. The last follower, you know, commented on Devin being cute. And, you know, I just shot a little joke where, you know, he gets all his looks from me. But I was just kidding, you know. And they also asked, you know, how would I feel with him being a basketball star? I just really explained to them, like, you know, I would never push my kid, you know, ever to be, you know, something he doesn't want to be. If he wants to be a basketball player, you know, I'm definitely going to push him hard and make sure he works hard so he can be the best player he can be. And if he wants to be a doctor, a CEO of a company, whatever it is, you know, as long as it's positive, I'm all for it. I'm right behind him, as long as he works hard. So I would never push him to be a basketball player. You know, it's just whatever he wants to be in life, and as long as it's positive, I'm all for it. So one of the followers asked me about the Christmas game. I think that was, I'm gonna say that was 6 years ago when we played against the Lakers in Miami. And I did pretty well, you know, guarding Kobe Bryant. And I just said, you know, it was crazy because my coach had told me 30 minutes before the game that I was starting and I was guarding Kobe. So I was pretty nervous, but you know, I just went out there once the game started, the jitters was gone, and I just played as hard as I could and tried to do my best. And, you know, I knew all my family and friends was watching, so I knew I had to go out there and play hard. A follower asked me, how do I feel about my teammates Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis? I just told him, they're great players. I love playing with them. Very quick, so I got to stay up, stay with them. Got to be in great shape to play with those guys. And, not only are they good players, they're also good guys. Thumbs up to my boys. The follower asked me, if the lockout, continues for a long time, will I come back to China and play for the CBA? And, I just gave him a LeBron quote. If the lockout lasts, I will be taking my talents to China to play in the CBA. So that was all. I just sent out a tweet and asked all the fans here in China who wants to see me come play here if the NBA lockout lasts. I want to know how many people are going to say yes. How do I feel so far about the China trip, things like that. And I just told them that, China's been awesome to me, great fans, a lot of love. And I want to come back each and every summer, so hopefully I can make that happen. So I just closed out, my last tweet, and I just told the fans, well, it was fun, that was my time, great chatting with everybody. Sorry to everyone who questions I couldn't answer, so as always, next time. And I left them with have a great day or night, and P.S. I love China. Swag.